Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Bachelor Show. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. Joan Vassos, a standout from the Golden Bachelorette, has been through a roller coaster of emotions. Many fans are curious about whether Joan still envisions an engagement in her future, especially after some concerning red flags raised by Mark Anderson. From the moment she stepped onto the show, Joan seemed like she was searching for something real, something genuine. But now, it's uncertain whether that reality is still within her reach. For those who have followed Joan's journey closely, it's clear that she's not someone who takes relationships lightly. Joan came onto the show as a mature woman with a clear idea of what she wanted. Someone dependable, respectful, and willing to build a future. When she first connected with Mark Anderson, it seemed like the pieces might be falling into place. There was chemistry, laughter, and what looked like a growing bond. But as time went on, cracks began to show in Mark's behavior, and it's left many wondering if Joan's original instincts were right, or if she's simply holding onto an idea that no longer fits. Mark, on the other hand, is a man who has certainly captured the attention of the audience, for both good and bad reasons. He's undeniably charming, with a magnetic personality that initially drew Joan in. However, charm can often be a double-edged sword. Over the course of their interactions, a few warning signs emerged that suggested Mark might not be as reliable or as sincere as he first appeared. It's a scenario many viewers have seen before, the initial allure overshadowing underlying issues. And Joan, who seemed so cautious in the beginning, might be caught in that very dilemma. The question that's been on everyone's mind is simple. Is Mark Anderson really the right person for Joan? Or are his red flags a sign that she should reconsider her path to engagement? Let's take a closer look at some of the moments that sparked concern and how Joan might be processing these mixed signals. Early on, one of the biggest concerns revolved around Mark's communication style. At first, he was attentive, always making Joan feel like she was the center of his world. But as the competition got tougher, he seemed to pull back, almost as if he wasn't as invested as he claimed. There were moments when he was evasive, avoiding deeper conversations or brushing off Joan's attempts to discuss their future. For someone like Joan, who values transparency and open dialogue, this sudden shift would understandably be unsettling. Why did he go from being so present and engaging to distant and hard to pin down? A major turning point for Joan came when Mark's priorities began to seem unclear. During one key moment in the show, Joan tried to express her feelings about a serious topic, wanting to get a sense of where their relationship was heading. Instead of engaging in a meaningful discussion, Mark deflected. He seemed more interested in maintaining the appearance of a perfect romance than in dealing with the real issues that come with building a life together. This avoidance has become one of the primary red flags, signaling to Joan and to fans alike that Mark might not be ready for a truly committed relationship. And let's not forget about trust, a core element in any long-term relationship. Joan is someone who has always been upfront about her past, her desires, and her expectations. Mark, however, has been a bit more of a mystery. There were several moments when Joan felt like he was holding back, whether it was about past relationships, his own future goals, or how he truly felt about her. It's one thing to be cautious, but another to be evasive, and it's clear that Joan picked up on this disparity. Fans couldn't help but notice her moments of hesitation when she looked to Mark for reassurance and didn't get the response she was hoping for. For many fans, the straw that broke the camel's back was when Mark made a comment that seemed to trivialize Joan's concerns. Instead of acknowledging her feelings or offering validation, he turned the conversation into a joke. It was a light-hearted comment, but it revealed a deeper issue: Mark's inability or unwillingness to take Joan's emotions seriously. In any relationship, particularly one heading toward potential engagement, emotional intelligence is crucial. And in that moment, it was clear that Mark might not have the maturity Joan was looking for. Yet, despite these red flags, Joan has shown a surprising level of patience and empathy. She hasn't been quick to judge Mark, instead opting to give him the benefit of the doubt, time and time again. This speaks to Joan's character. She's someone who wants to believe in the good in people, who hopes that
But
given the
how long
chance,
can someone
Mark will overlook
rise to the
warning
occasion?
signs before it starts to take a toll on their own well-being. At what point does hope turn into self-deception? Joan's journey has also raised some important questions about what it means to pursue love at a later stage in life. Unlike the younger contestants on shows like The Bachelor, Joan isn't just dating for fun, she's dating with a purpose. For her, time is precious, and every decision carries more weight. She's lived a full life already, and now she's seeking a partner to share the next chapter with, not someone who still has doubts or isn't ready to settle down. This makes the stakes much higher, not just for Joan, but for anyone in a similar situation. One of the most poignant moments in recent episodes was when Joan was seen reflecting on her own standards and whether she's been compromising them. In a private, candid conversation, she spoke about the importance of mutual respect and the need to feel valued in a relationship. It's clear that she's wrestling with the idea of settling. If she goes forward with Mark, will she always wonder if she made the right choice? Is she sacrificing her own emotional needs for the sake of a relationship that might not be what she truly wants? There's no doubt that Joan and Mark share a connection. They've had moments of genuine affection, shared laughter, and created memories that have clearly meant something to both of them. But is that enough to move forward with a lifelong commitment? For someone like Joan, who has already experienced so much, these questions aren't just hypothetical. They're essential to her happiness and future. She's weighing the pros and cons, and it's obvious that her decision won't be taken lightly. Another point to consider is how Mark has handled challenges. Instead of working through difficult moments with Joan, he has a tendency to retreat or become defensive. This could be a sign of deeper issues, possibly a fear of vulnerability or an unwillingness to confront his own flaws. While Joan has been willing to be open about her own vulnerabilities, Mark's reluctance has created a barrier between them. It's this difference in communication that may ultimately decide whether Joan chooses to stay or walk away. Joan's friends and family have also played a role in her decision-making process. While they haven't been shy about sharing their concerns regarding Mark, they've ultimately left the final choice up to her. They know Joan is a strong woman, capable of making her own decisions, but they also want to see her happy. And they recognize the warning signs that she might be overlooking due to her desire to make things work. It's a difficult balance, supporting Joan while also trying to protect her from potential heartache. As Joan continues to navigate this emotional maze, fans are left wondering if she'll take a step back and truly evaluate whether an engagement with Mark is in her best interest. Does she want to move forward, hoping that Mark will grow into the partner she wants and needs? Or is she holding on to an idealized version of him that doesn't align with reality? Mark, for his part, has expressed genuine feelings for Joan. He said that he cares for her deeply, and it's clear that they share a connection. But words only go so far. Actions speak louder, and Joan's experienced enough to know the difference between a promise and a commitment. The audience has watched her eyes searching Mark's face for signs of sincerity, for the kind of commitment she's looking for. But is she seeing what she wants to see, or is she seeing the truth? At this point in the show, the answer is still unclear. Joan has not made any definitive decisions, leaving the door open for a potential reconciliation or a dramatic exit. It's possible that Mark will have a change of heart, realizing the importance of the relationship and stepping up in a way that reassures Joan. Alternatively, Joan might decide that she deserves more, choosing to walk away and wait for someone who can meet her where she's at emotionally and mentally. In the end, Joan's journey is about more than just Mark. It's about her own self-worth, her standards, and her belief in what love should be. Whether she decides to move forward with an engagement or take a different path, Joan has shown that she's not afraid to make the tough choices, even if it means facing the unknown. Fans are eagerly waiting to see what happens next, and whatever Joan decides, one thing is clear, she's not settling for anything less than what she truly deserves. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.